Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Let's get to your message here, collective. Remembering, please, that not everything's going to resonate. Register. Take what does. Leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest. I'm going to use a tarot deck and 2 oracle decks. Let's see what messages we have for you today. To be helpful to the collective, please. Spirit, here we go. Love is growing. 6 of Cups. A gift for you. Could be someone from your past. 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Someone who doesn't have any regrets in life, someone who doesn't argue. They just, they handle differences very intelligently. There's no big arguments here. They're more strategic in a good way, in a healthy way of solving differences. Something like that. And love grows because you're not used to that, or you've always wanted that, and here it is. The sun is out here, but it's in the reverse. Yeah, I see like dining with specially rolled napkins, you know, like into a bird or something special. King of Swords is out here. Yeah, this person is very intellectual, or you are. You think a lot about the scenarios you'd like to be in, what you'd like to blossom into your life. And it seems very elegant. But also like farm to table, authentic, okay? Somebody from your past also like this, very intellectual, thinks a lot about what they want to bring towards them. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You may have rejected this person in the past, Page of Wands, because they were unreliable. Maybe they were your unhappiness because they weren't trustworthy. Couple scenarios going on here. King of Pentacles now. If that is the case, that before you were unhappy with this person, you moved on and you decided to learn and not have any kind of regrets. This was a good learning experience. That has been your key to a lot of your good success. Something in fashion. Something to do with the heart, too. Like maybe a physician, a cardiologist, art. You or this person could have a birthmark on the neck area. If this is a gift, a new person being gifted to you, the truth of the matter, Ace of Swords, it's a new beginning in truth, yeah, by the divine, being gifted to you by the divine. Marriage is possible. Emperor in the reverse. I see. Having been married before to a person who acted like an emperor, but there couldn't have been anything further from the truth. They weren't an emperor. They weren't a leader. They had a lot of illusions going on around them with regards to the community, and they used their position of status for not for good, okay? They took advantage of others. That's somebody in your past. Be unhappy. Somebody new, though, I feel, in that scenario. Page of Swords comes towards you. Yeah, like Truth is their bread and butter. They avoid conflict at all times by just stating, you may not be used to this type of style initially, but you really appreciate it because it's just almost brutally honest, but you prefer that. The Hangman. And then someone's in the shadows here. It's like parallel now as we get more into it. We look at one energy and then another. So I think we're looking at two people, but then somebody who isn't enlightened at all. Okay. These two energies surrounding you, but they're like parallel. You're in the middle and they're parallel on either side of you. You're trying to move forward in an area of design. Yeah, I see like clothing design, makeup, artistry too. Yeah. Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Wishes granted here. Coming from a place that was unhappy, family related, some sort of family situation where you were unhappy and wasn't happening. Now wishes granted for you. What about this new person? Let's get some details. Six of Swords. Again, I get the feeling that they do not, it's not that they avoid conflict, they just don't spend a lot of time there. You're used to somebody who holds a lot of grudges, wanted to have control all the time, like to argue just for argument's sake. I'm hearing that is even part of the culture. You not only got to argue with them, but their whole family, something like that. Their relatives. Two of Pentacles. And their relatives and their relative, like it went on and on. The arguments and the arguing. Yeah. To where it was just a black hole of arguments all the time, keeping you busy from what really is the sun and the happiness that you wanted. Yeah, it was like a black cloud forever over your head. This type of culture, this type of energy surrounding your family and you, or having moved into this or adopted this family, okay? But I feel like that's all past energy. Ace of Wands in the reverse that you are now rejecting. You have rejected. But you also walked away with the lessons, okay? So that's what's made you, as we talked about, very successful. It's not a I feel sorry for myself energy or how could I have ever been in this energy. It's you having taken responsibility for why you were in certain situations and why you'll never be in them again. You've taken the lessons. There's no regret here. The lessons will keep you strong and wise. Four of Swords, yeah, but you did take a break because I feel like this energy from the past burnt you out. I'm feeling dizzy like I could faint. Maybe you fainted a lot or you didn't eat or you didn't nourish yourself and this just kept you in a swirl of dizziness. You believed illusions. Yeah, this emperor, this false emperor that you were with in the past definitely kept a lot of people in illusions. It looked a certain way maybe in the community, was not that at all behind closed doors, behind the scenes. Abused their power. This new person. Let's talk new person. New person. Nine of Swords. They know you, somehow they know a little bit about your past and it was worrisome for you. They somehow know this. Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords, or you feel it's okay to share with them. The Ten of Swords is in the reverse as part of your recovering here. Yeah, I think you share this with them, what you went through, that you had to really take care of yourself and really stick up for yourself and really defend yourself a lot of the time. Part of your recovery is feeling comfortable enough to trust this person and knowing that you can deep down and sharing this background with them. Death is in the reverse and Justice. I think for a period in your life that just was stagnant and troublesome, you received justice here. It's like written in the sky. It's written in the clouds. Something you see in the clouds will merit this feeling right now of what we're saying in this read. There was and is justice here for you now. Tower. complete change, a complete transformation that you were hoping for. I feel like you said a lot, I believe in miracles, a mantra to that effect. And now you're finally seeing it through. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Other people who maybe tried to keep you out or keep you down, something like that, they're reaping what they sowed here. They're reaping their karma. I'm hearing you will be made aware of that. You will see that or hear that they are reaping their karma. 3 of Wands is out here, Queen of Cups in the reverse. You're going to think this new person is very overly emotional because you were so deprived of support and nurturing energies. But I feel like they are very passionate about what they want to go after in anything in life. And you're going to see that more so than your initial reaction, which is this person is slightly over the top. But I feel like Spirit is saying, just keep in mind that so much emotion was held back from you or held in a manner that was dangled over your head like a carrot, in a manipulative way. For this past person trying to control in that manner, that just give this new person time, because you're going to see that their dynamicism, their dynamic ways, and their really passion, their incredible passion for life is actually a positive and not necessarily, as you're viewing it incorrectly at first, like they are overly emotional. You're walking away from any feelings of self-doubt here. And like I said, just learn the lessons, move forward, and belief in self. I feel like the energy changes from something that was very desert-like in the way of feelings, emotions, the way people treated you with this past person. And again, there's like some lengthy line here, like the relatives of relatives that also were involved in that same type of energy and behavior towards you that, made you feel like you're really in a desert by yourself. But this new person is all about bold energy and making things happen, and will make things happen for you, whether you like it or not, because it's just their nature. They're so in love with life that good opportunities find them, and you as well. You'll kind of adopt this, I feel like, energy. So don't be too hard on this at first, just because it feels a little bit out of the ordinary, this real passion for life, okay? Try to embrace it in stages as you feel comfortable. But I really feel like this person is going to feel like a whoosh of brand new energy and air, and wow, just a whole new lifeline to you. But I feel like you're also going to sense, when you really get down to the nitty gritty, that they're very balanced. I just feel like a change up of life, a new lifeline here. And it hits you kind of out of the blue. Away from all the chaos, like people who just wanted to fight for fighting's sake, just have burdens for burden's sake so they could stand around and complain. Their foundation was also built on these burdens, so that's going to be like a deck of cards about ready to topple these foundations. Yeah, but this new love is all for you. This is part of wishes granted. Yeah, somebody very nurturing and supportive and caring who's going to make sure you're seen and see you. By being seen, I mean this other person you're with always wanted to be in front. He or she wanted to look like they were, so supportive of you, but they always made sure that they were in front and you were in the shadows, or you were in their shadow, okay? And had a conflict with you coming out of that shadow if you were ever given more attention. Yeah, you see this all for what it is now. that a true supportive and soulmate energy is not that. But I think you find it in this new person, and I feel like it comes really quickly. Dynamic person. Again, I'm being reminded. Dynamic person. This person you were with before was very competitive with you, and there's a sense of recovering from that. But I feel like you always knew that. You always knew there would come a time where you would outgrow that situation. You would have an opportunity to get away from that situation, and you would recover from it, and that you were going to be nothing but abundant, and no amount of toxicity was going to stop that in you. Yeah, I feel like you're very spiritual, have good faith, and tight with your divine team, your spiritual team, and spend a lot of time with that energy. And I feel like it helped you to leave a bad situation and find your truth and find your happiness. Let's grab a charm. This is a great message. I do love it so. Okay, so transformation flies out, and I just barely saw it. So I feel like this transformation is big, but maybe you didn't see it coming, even though in your heart of hearts and your deep down belief, you knew it would show itself one day. Maybe it comes quickly, or the timing of this has some sort of surprise element to it. And yeah, the elephant, you were never going to be subdued, and you were never going to be kept down for long. Absolutely. Lord Ganesh energy. That is your message. I hope you've liked it. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps me to grow this channel and reach others. Please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. And until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.